This video is going to be on a type of transformation, which is called reflection. It's where you're going to flip or reflect a shape across some sort of line of reflection. It could either be an x-axis, a y-axis, or it could be like an x equals a number line, or a y equals some number. So you have to look at what the rule is stating, and it's where the shape actually reflects across. So we're going to look at the first one. It says graph the reflection of the figure across the x-axis. Write the coordinates of the original and new figure. What I like to do is I like to highlight where I'm actually reflecting across. So here is my x-axis. So that is where I'm going to be reflecting across. Now I want to make sure I always write my original points because that's what it asks in the directions. So if you look at A, it's going to be -4, 5. For B, it's going to be 4, 4. And for C, it's 2, 1. So that's where the points are on the coordinate plane. Now what I'm going to do to reflect is you count how far away that point is from the reflection line and then count that many points on the other side. So for example, you're going to count how far A is. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 away from the reflection line. So you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the other side, and that's where you're going to label A prime. You're going to do the same thing for all the points. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4 away. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4 away, and that's going to be my B prime. This one is 1 away, so I'm going to count 1 away, and this is going to be C prime. I'm going to trace my shape. So my rule in this case is reflecting across the x-axis. And now I'm going to label my new image points. So A is going to be -4, -5. B is going to be 4, -4, B prime. C prime is going to be 2, -1. Now, if you notice, the only thing when you reflect across the x-axis, the x points stay the same, but the y points actually change to the opposite. So you notice this one is 5 and this is -5. This was 4, this changed to -4. This was 1 and this changed to -1. So kind of the rule or a way to like check is that if you reflect across the x-axis, your y values are going to change. So if it was a positive, it changed to a negative and so forth. Now, for example 4, this one, it says graph the reflection of the figure over the y-axis. So I like to highlight where I'm reflecting across, and you have to make sure you take or like highlight the correct reflection line because that can mess you up. So I'm reflecting across the y-axis, so I have to count how far away those points are. But before I do that, I have to label my points. So A is -6, 4. B is -3, 4. C is -1, -2. D is -4, -2. So these are my points. Now to find my image points, I have to count how far they are away. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's going to be A prime. I'm going to do the same thing for B. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's B prime. C, I'm going to go 1, 1. And then D is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So here is my new shape. Notice the shape just like flips over to the other side. So my A prime is going to be 6, 4. B prime is going to be 3, 4. C prime is going to be 1, -2. And D prime is going to be 4, -2. Notice when you cross the y-axis, your x values change. So this was a -6, it turned to a +6. The 4 stayed the same, the y. -3 turned to 3, 4 stayed the same. -1 to 1, -2 stayed the same, -4 to 4, -2 stayed the same. So that would be how you reflect an image. And remember that reflection is always you flipping the shape across some sort of line of reflection. So the rule is always going to be what you're reflecting the shape over.